We were in the middle of a conversation between friends, between sisters who wanted to clean up some stuff. And we realized a few things while we were talking. And then I love sharing my consciousness or my awareness with other people. So this is where we are right now. We have Eleanor Tsor here with us today, who is a healer, and she does spiritual healing. Eleanor, do you want to say a few things about what you do and who you are?
What I do? I am a healer. I'm an energy worker. I help people transform their lives. I do soul healing. We heal on a soul level. We heal our entire lives. It all begins on a soul level. So I do many different things to help people heal on a soul level, to clear blockages. I do past life regressions, inner child work, many different techniques and modalities.
So
that assist.
I know you for the over 2 years now, just about 2 years, and I did a lot of work with you, and I know that the more I work with you, I work with myself, and I elevate to higher places, but also to closer places within myself. And before, we were just talking about forgiveness and how anger can actually hold each other from having an harmonic relationship, right? Because we experience it on ourselves.
That's right.
So do you want to elaborate a little bit about it? Like, why is anger holding us back?
Anger is something that is unhealed within ourselves. And every time we're put in front of another person that wakes up a certain anger in us, they wake it up so that we can look at ourselves and heal it within ourselves. If it wasn't unhealed with us, we wouldn't get angry. We wouldn't be reactive. Anger is a reaction that you're having to something, either to something that you're not willing to look at yourself, or you see it in another person. It angers you, it triggers you because it's not good inside of you. And then when you have a different awareness of it, when you see why you get angry, and again, every time you're in front of a person, it's like a mirror. You reflect everything off of each other. So when somebody does something that angers you, and you're at a level where you're able to say, wait a second, what do I see here that has to do with myself? You're able to start healing yourself and fixing yourself and taking yourself to the next level, where you're not going to be reactive. You won't have these triggers anymore. That's how it works with anger and people. Because anger is just our own traumas waking up. If we didn't have that trauma, that anger wouldn't be triggered inside of us.
And how do we actually manage to release the anger? Like, what's the secret here?
Well, first of all, is to acknowledge that you do have a trauma, that there is something that's triggering the anger. And there are many different ways to start releasing the anger. Anger is just an emotion that's repressed. It needs to be expressed. We need to release it from the body. There are many different ways to start releasing.
So, but you touch on the first thing. You say that, first of all, it's knowledge. Knowledge, that means recognizing that we are angry. Like,
yeah.
So cutting myself in the moment, recognizing that I'm angry at that moment, okay? That's
Anger
the
is
most
a
difficult.
reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the most difficult challenge for all of us.
Absolutely.
So,
but just by knowing it, just by even listening to this right now, the next time you get angry, even if it doesn't happen at the exact moment, you'll get angry, and then when you calm down 2 seconds later, You ask yourself, oh my God, what was I just reacting to? What triggered this anger inside of me? What did the person do? What did the person say? Why am I reacting this way? Just by asking yourself these questions, you're going to start releasing it from inside of you. It's like you have a different awareness. It's like you're graduating to a different level. And
A
that's how you're
different.
going to be able to stop yourself from being reactive in life.
Wow. So that's a lot that's a lot of thoughts coming in a spit of a moment.
Yeah,
So we need to really hold ourselves in a way that we are aware and we recognize every reaction or every emotions
everything.
that is
Mhm.
coming our way in order to to live in a higher consciousness, basically.
I'll tell you what it is. We just have to know and remember this throughout the day. Every little thing that happens, every person we come into contact with, every word that's exchanged between friends or clients or siblings or whoever it is, everything, there's a reason for it. It's there for a reason. Things aren't just said, things don't just happen. Everything is done. We create our own reality in our own world. It's all done for us, for our own healing, and for us to evolve, for us to make certain corrections in this lifetime. So, everything, if somebody says something to you, or even if a driver cuts you off when you're driving and you get reactive and it brings up an anger inside of you, once you have this awareness, you'll just be able to calm down and say, wait a second, why am I reacting? Why am I being angry? Maybe the fact that he cut me off just saved me from an accident down the road. Or maybe it was supposed to shift me out of the current mindset that I'm in. Maybe I'm thinking about something I'm not supposed to be thinking about. Like there are many different reasons. So we always have to remember that every single thing that happens to us is for our own benefit, even if it doesn't seem that way at first. And
Right.
especially when we do get angry, we have to ask ourselves, why are we getting angry right now? What's the real reason? What is it showing me? What is it triggering? What am I reacting to?
So
Why is this
cutting,
person making me angry?
so cutting ourselves in a moment, really, and not reacting as within our animal state of mind, but more into our, from, I would say, the soul, from a
Yeah.
higher state of, maybe point of view, like, or awareness,
It's
that's
a
the
it's
word.
awareness. It's
Awareness.
a different consciousness.
Right, right.
But
So
we have
now,
to practice this.
so this is like, it's for most people it's going to be something new to hear, but if we bring it to the ground, okay, between the conversation that you and I had, and we were in a way, going into a frustrating mode, as a reflection for each other, okay, in our
Hmm.
relationship. So what would you say? We spoke about everything, and we each, spoke our mind and told our sides of things, but that's where also forgiveness come into place, right?
Absolutely.
So can you?
Forgiveness is the key for everything.
Okay.
And the first thing is forgiveness in front of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Once we forgive ourselves, we're able to forgive the person that's in front of us. But it's very important to first look at us because we're the ones that cause everything. We cause all the disharmony in our lives. We cause the good things, we cause the bad things. It's all according to our reactions. Now, when we do things and we hold resentments and regrets towards ourselves, we're not able to move forward. And then everyone that we meet in life will reflect that anger and resentment towards us. So the first step is to forgive yourself. You literally sit there, things that make you cringe, things that make you feel uncomfortable. You say, you know what? I forgive myself for reacting this way. I forgive myself for saying this. I forgive myself for being in that situation. Just by starting to do that, you're starting to shift the energy within yourself. And that's when healing begins.
That's beautiful. It's like, it's soothing. It's soothing. Just the awareness or listening to that
Mm-hmm.
is calming down the mind and the heart. But to put it into action and forgive me or myself for things that I did in the past uh, was very challenging because we resist the forgiveness within ourselves,
Yes, we
because
do.
we are battling our mind with like things that happened in the past, and we hold it accountable for our future. So I would say being in the now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And observing everything in a way, and understanding that the sensation of forgiveness is a way of dissolving all this anger
Yes,
is so powerful.
it is. Because you know what? Because we go into a real soul state. Because
Mm-hmm.
don't forget, we are a soul. We are pure energy, pure light energy. There's no anger there. There's no hatred, nothing bad. It's our minds, or when we're in the physical body, that all these negative emotions start to come in. So when we have the awareness where we're like, you know what, I'm a soul, and I put aside everything that the mind is creating. I'm putting away the ego. I'm putting away everything else. I'm able to sit there and come clean with myself and say, you know what, I made a mistake. Or you know what, I regret doing something. I forgive myself. Even if you don't believe it at first, just saying it a few times is going to get your mind used to the idea of you forgiving yourself. Eventually, your mind is going to catch up with what your soul is trying to say.
Right,
And that's when real forgiveness comes in.
and also it's making you accountable and taking responsibility for your own feeling.
Absolutely. And that's where you grow. That's where you elevate. That's you going up to your next level in life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. So let us continue on growing and elevate into
Yeah.
new realms of consciousness. It's believe me, it's a journey,
Yeah.
and
It's not an easy one.
it's not an easy one. But
Yeah.
once
It's
you're
the
in it,
hardest thing. Yeah.
yeah, it's like once you touch on it, it's endless,
Yeah. And it's
and it get
addictive. You just
yeah.
want to keep on going.
Or it's better to be addicted to that than to alcohol or food or sex
Absolutely.
or whatever it is, right?
Absolutely. Because you're not running away from your reality. You're facing your feelings, you're facing your emotions head on. There's no need to run away.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Eleanor Tsor, thank you very much for being with us
Thank you.
today. And hopefully, we'll have more of that.
Hopefully. It was my pleasure.
Mine too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.